inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully you guys are having a great start to your Tuesday, or I'm sorry, your ending of your Tuesday. I thought today was Wednesday. Y'all know me. I never know what day it is. I swear to y'all. I don't know what it is about the days, but I never know. It's probably because Vincent works from home now. So that's probably what it is. So it's like every day is this, I'm like, what day is it? Because he's not like, I mean, he's off on the weekends, but it's, he's here all day. So it's like, I don't know. It's just different. You're in the wrong one. Yeah, I always know because the little telephone is beside it. And if you are in the chat, that is, let me go over to that other chat real quick. The one that's like for your cell phone or whatever, if you're on the streaming through your phone, I guess you would say. Then if you want to come over to the regular live, all you do, this is how I do it, but people say you can either do it like you click the three dots and you go and you save it to your save later, and then you go to your save later and it'll be right there and you click in it that way. I just do it through my liked videos. So I'll like the video and then I go back to my liked videos. It's quicker. I don't know. It's simpler for me that way. And then I get on the regular stream. If you want to, you don't have to though. There's no wrong or right stream tonight. But hey, Casey. Hey, Ladybug. I'm doing good tonight. How are you? Hey, Kitsy Cats. Hey, Marcella. Yeah, remember, be on all messages. Don't be stuck on top. And also hit the like if you don't mind doing that. Help me grow over here. Welcome in, Tempest. It's good to see you. Hey, Princess. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Ashley Lane. Because I bet you Ashley Higgins will be in here in a minute. Hey, Mary Beth. Or everyone will go, where's Ashley? Hey, Maga Mama. Look at that, member for 5 months. I love that. Thank you so much for being a member so long. Next month, your titanium arm will change. It'll become rainbow and all the things. Hey, Chantel. Well, it's good to see everybody. And congrats on your 5-month anniversary. And thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. That's amazing. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to grab the link for the channel membership in case anybody wants to become a member of our great channel over here throughout the live. I'm going to put it in the chat and then I'm going to link it to pin it to the top. That way, no problems. If you just want to become a member, you'll know where it's at. Also, I believe if you are on an iPad or like a phone, you can click the bottom $sign and it'll do memberships that way as well. Just making sure. Well, I'm glad you love it here. Hey, Kathy, we're pretty great. Oh, y'all are. I just give you the space. And speaking of greatness, Tracy's not in here yet, but she sent me the the document that I was missing from last night. So we'll start with that one tonight. But if you're not sure who we're talking about, this evening, I'll give you a brief synopsis of what's going on. But Anna was an 18-year-old high school senior from Titusville, Florida. She was described by her family as bubbly, outgoing, with big hopes of joining the U.S. Navy and eventually becoming a K-9 officer. In early November 2025, she went on a family vacation abroad, the Carnival cruise. It was called the Carnival Horizon. And she was traveling with her father, her stepmother, her siblings, step-siblings, and her grandparents. We just found out last night. I did anyway. I didn't know if y'all knew this before, but I didn't know until last night that her grandparents were also on the boat with them. So on November 7th, 2025, per the medical examiner, or in the overnight hours preceding to, Anna died. Her body was found the next morning concealed under a bed in the stateroom that she shared with at least 2 other teens that we know of, including a 16-year-old stepbrother. So keep that in mind. Her death certificate was obtained by her family, and it states the cause of death as mechanical asphyxiation or asphyxia by other person or persons, meaning her airway was forcibly blocked. I did look up some statistics on that too, and we'll go over those later because I was actually surprised at how fast you can pass out from just having someone putting you in a chokehold. So investigators and medical experts view the concealment of the body and the way that she was found highly suspicious. So they decided to go ahead and probe an homicide investigation. But according to court documents filed in a separate child custody case, but referencing this death, Anna's 16-year-old stepson has been named as a suspect. The ship security data, the camera footage, room key swipes, all that stuff is being reviewed to understand who was coming and going from that room and when, because there were, at least 3 people most likely staying in that room. As of now, there's been no public criminal charges pressed on anybody or formally filed, but the investigation is ongoing, so we may see some before too long. The final autopsy and toxicology reports haven't been released, but preliminary findings did find that there was no signs of drugs in her system, alcohol, no SA. So that's, that's that. But we'll find out in the final autopsy. Now, I was reading that on the death certificate in Florida, they only tell the people, I don't know who would be like included in this, but like the family or something, they only tell the family how the person died. So I'm sure we all know though. I mean, they've already told us asphyxia, right? But I heard that they do tell people that, or they only tell like the immediate family. If someone's from Florida, tell me what the rule is down there. Because there's something like they'll only tell the immediate family or the family. And I was like, what? And hey, Deborah. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you too, Mary Beth. Oh, I had one. I'll eat my mattress one time. That dog was not even 5 pounds. She was so little, and it was kind of funny because she did that. Because it was like, how did you do that? I was like, yeah. Okay, yeah. Let me know about the Florida thing. But her death has deeply impacted her family. They do speak volumes of her in her obituary. I read it today. It was beautiful. It was. I think there's a lot of like crazy stuff going on in that family, but we'll get to that too. But it does say that on her death certificate, and we'll get to that in just a moment. It does say like the day that she died was November 7th, and it was 11/17. So it was like the day when they pronounced her is when they're like saying that she is like, that's when she died, which obviously we don't think that. Hey, baby girl, hola. Just got off work. Oh, man, I bet you made some people beautiful today. There's probably people out there feeling good about themselves. Okay. Let me do this. I don't know why. Sometimes it will do, like it'll start it for me. Sometimes it doesn't. So, okay, let's pull up this document. And thank you, Tracy, for sending this to me. If she watches this on replay. I was like, oh, okay. Because like when I look, okay, so this is weird. When I look on the, okay, so when I look on this, T Hudson versus T Hudson, right? Or S T Hudson. This is the same document, like this thing right here. I even saw it on a news program today, but on this, like you can view all of it. So I don't know if I need to pay the $401 in order to view all these. And that's why I'm unable to. I'm thinking that's what it is. Because then some of them say, I think this half's $295. We probably want the bottom half. But anyway, yeah. So maybe that's what it is. But yeah, that's why they gotta be so expensive all the time. Like, just give us some free documents. Just do it. You're putting them in there anyway. You know, you're putting the document into the computer. Anywho, just let us have it, you know? So, okay. I'm going to grab my glasses really fast before we read this, just because, you know, we don't want my eyes to go out on me, do we? No, we don't want that to happen. We want me to be able to read to you guys for years to come. If you guys are just coming in, don't mind, or if you guys don't mind, we hit the like. Also, I've been forgetting to introduce myself the last few lives. I'm Tanya, or TitaniumBuilt, which it does say it on there, but you know, it's rude not to introduce yourself to people. But thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so we've read through all the documents when the documents that we've been able to get our hands on when it comes to this case. So this is just the one that we were talking about last night, but we didn't have the document in order to read it. But it was basically Chantel is trying to get a gag order put on this case, just kind of like in the Brian Koberger case in a way. I mean, in the exact same way, pretty much. So I keep wanting to move over, but I want them to see me too. So, okay. But it says, you know, Thomas Hudson, petitioner, former husband, and Chantel Hudson, respondent, former wife. So comes now the respondent/mother, Chantel Hudson, who hereby files this respondent/mother's motion for non-dissemination order and would state as follows. Now, I guess if my kid was in a boatload of trouble, I probably wouldn't want it out there either. But I mean, like we heard last night, family court can't tell criminal court what to do. So, the undersigned counsel, it says 1, the undersigned counsel is the attorney of record and has been retained by the respondent/mother in this instant action. 2, there are in fact 2 minor children of the parties, to wit, TH, a male child born in 2009, and BH, a female child born in 2016. 3, an extremely sensitive and severe circumstance has arisen wherein there is an investigation being conducted by the FBI arising out of the suspected murder of the respondent/mother's stepdaughter. The minor child TH is currently the subject of the active FBI criminal investigation. There is good cause for the need to protect the privacy, sensitivity, and well-being of not only the minor child TH, but the individual family members involved. They didn't write that right. Don't they have somebody that like proofreads this, like a paralegal or something? Doesn't the paralegal write it up? Who knows? The undersigned counsel's office was contacted by several reporters stating that the petitioner/father has made comments and they would like to fact check his story. 6, If the foregoing is correct, then this conduct of the petitioner / father may cause substantial risk and harm. What? To not only the minor child and the grieving families. Hold on. Wait, because he's talking. But also may impede the active criminal investigation. Okay. How long should we I mean, I know this is sad but true, but should we take bets on how long these two are going to stay married after this? If this is already what's going on? Like, we're going to need him to shut his mouth over there because he could be he could be messing with my kids, well-being. Okay. There is substantial risk that confidential information is being revealed to third parties and the public through electronic communication, social media, or other disclosure to individuals who are not authorized to receive such information. I don't think we've heard anything that we're not supposed to hear. The press is also reading and televising court documents filed by the parties in this case, and then incorrectly televising the information contained within. I'm just reading it. So, disclosure of information. I could have done that. I just made it bigger. Disclosure of information of any kind regarding the parties may jeopardize the integrity of this ongoing investigation and may expose minor child TH and the other grieving family members to significant and possible irreversible harm. The respondent / mother is requesting this court to shield the family from unnecessary and potentially harmful public exposure. Well, if everybody could do that, everybody could do that. If everyone could get a gag order, everyone would get a gag order. Let me know if you think in the chat she'll get one. Respondent / mother is requesting a non-dissemination order prohibiting either party from discussing, disclosing, posting, whether verbally, electronically, or through social media, disseminating any information of any kind, and to seal the court file similar to dependency cases where the court documents are not available to the public, and in addition specifically concerning. So it's going to be everything. So basically they don't want there's going to be a court hearing, I believe the 3rd or the 5th. I'll let you know the exact date before the end of the live. No cameras would be in there. No reporters would be allowed in there. It would be closed. Like, that would be, I don't know. So it says here, this is what they want. The FBI's active criminal investigation of the minor child TH, any disclosure or information regarding active FBI criminal investigation that may involve the parties and the minor children of the parties, any disclosure or information regarding the pending family court proceedings, including any dependency actions, any disclosure or information regarding any DCF investigations, including investigations that may or may not currently be open in Hernando County, Lee County, and Brevard County. Well, you just told us where to go look for more paperwork if we could find it. Like those other 2 counties. Why yeah. It's a lot of counties. That's 3 counties that you have. I mean, I'm going to assume that you have DCF investigations in all 3 of these counties at some point in time. I'm just going to assume that because you put that down. I'm just going to assume it. So this, it says any disclosure or information related to law enforcement activity to any third party, whether verbally, electronically, or through social media. Prohibiting any party from providing documents, reports, text messages, photographs, records, or any other materials relating to the minor TH, any of the parties related to these proceedings, and any parties involved in the active FBI criminal investigation, other than this honorable court, the party's legal counsel, law enforcement, and/or authorized investigators. Requiring that any further filings referencing the minor child or the parties of this action be submitted under seal, preventing public access to certain public records. Requiring any sensitive information be redacted, including names and other identifying information, be removed from public court records. I could see that part, you know, redact the names. But I mean, like, not the adults, I'm talking about the kids. Restricting access to court proceedings, limiting who may attend certain hearings to prevent who can attend certain hearings in an effort to protect sensitive allegations. Well, your kid, I mean, I'm just going to say this. The 16-year-old is in the, you know, he's at the front of this. They can try him as an adult. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, they don't have to protect sensitive information when it comes to stuff like that. That's not considered sensitive information. Like, that's considered, you know, a 16-year-old boy chokehold, you know, put his stepsister in a chokehold and killed her. If that's what happened, you know, we don't know what happened. We just know that, as far as we know right now, those two were in the room because the other child could hear fighting going on in there. And when they tried to go into the room, they couldn't go in. They were blocked by the 16-year-old stepbrother from entering into the room. That's what, like, through the grapevine, through people, through the things. And the grandparents have come out and talked, and they didn't say like any of that was false. They were just taking up for him a lot. So the respondent mother also requests that these proceedings be closed to the press. In the event criminal charges are filed against the minor child, his right to a fair trial may be tarnished. Therefore, respondent/mother is requesting that the court close the proceedings in order to protect the interest of the minor child and the family. Wherefore, the undersigned counsel requests that this honorable court grants respondent mother's motion for non-dissemination order prohibiting either party from discussing, disclosing, posting, or otherwise disseminating any information concerning the family court proceedings until the criminal investigation has been concluded, and any other relief it determines to be reasonable and just. Okay. So this is her person. I don't know how to say that last name. That's like her lawyer. Okay. I keep hitting that and it keeps making it bigger. Okay. So her Anna's death certificate came out, and a couple people got a copy of it. So it's not the greatest copy, but we can look at it. So it's kind of fuzzy though. It just says up here, you know, her name. I wonder if I could read it without it being back that far. Yeah, I can. It's actually better. Then it says date issued November 25th, date filed November 14th, age 18 years old, date of death November 7th, 2025, date of birth June 13th, 2007, birthplace, she's from Titusville, Florida. Oh, that's sad. Place where death occurred, cruise ship. Facility name or street address, abroad Carnival cruise. I wonder when the last time somebody was like killed on a Carnival cruise, like murdered. Location of death unknown, Miami-Dade County. And then it says the residence, but we can't see that. Occupational industry, student, never worked. That's sad. Education, high school graduate. That sounded weird. Sorry. Or GED completed. Ever in U.S. Armed Forces? No. Hispanic or Haitian origin? No. Her race is white. Never married. That's so sad. Under marital status. Surviving spouse's name? None. Father, mother, Christopher Kepner, Heather Wright. And then it says informant, funeral facility and place of disposition information. So it has her dad listed. And it gives the funeral facility. And cremation is how they're choosing to, you know, handle her earthly body, I'll say. And then down here it just says Associate Medical Examiner, Jonathan. I cannot say that last name. How do you even say that? Look at this. Kanakaraj. We ain't even going to try that. I definitely don't know how to say that one. That's really sad that they, they're never married and stuff like that. Poor girl. So I think basically I said what was in here, but we'll go through it a little bit. So I think there was some more stuff. So basically, it's just a copy of Kepner's death certificate confirms that she's been cremated. The public version of the document does not list her cause or manner of death, details that are only disclosed to immediate family members under Florida law. That's where I read that. The Miami-Dade Medical Examiner's office declined to comment, citing the ongoing investigation. Fine with you. Fine by us then. I mean, I don't think that it would have hurt to comment. Where's Kathy Mabbitt when you need her? The FBI's Miami field office, which announced it had opened a case shortly after the incident, has provided few updates. However, her death was ruled a homicide caused by mechanical asphyxiation. And that's what I was going to tell you guys about. Okay, so I try to look up. Let me see if I can tell you exactly what I tried to look up. It told me no. Okay, so I wrote in Google. Google is going to show up at my house. Google, is not the Google cute little Google car either. I don't know who's going to show up at my house. It's not going to be Google. It's going to be the FBI. But I put in the search bar there, I should have put for educational purposes, but I didn't. I put, how long does it take to choke someone using a bar hold? Because that was the question I had. I wanted to know how many minutes or if it was seconds or what it was. And it came out and it said, providing information about choking techniques is not possible due to the inherent dangers and potential for serious harm or death associated with such actions. So Google shot me down. Hi, Diane Marie. Welcome in, everybody. I thought that was pretty funny that it shot me down. But it did pull up this 6 things you should know about strangulation, which I didn't know a lot of these things. So I wanted to go over them with you guys. Strangulation can render a victim unconscious in seconds. I didn't know that. It can block the veins and arteries in the neck so that oxygenated blood cannot flow to the brain, and deoxygenated blood cannot flow from the brain. It takes just 11 pounds of pressure to cut off blood flow. Temporary or permanent brain damage can occur in as little as 30 seconds. Brain death can occur in 4 to 5 minutes. I think I said 7 minutes last night, so I was off a little bit. But 4 to 5 minutes. But you would still have to, that's still a long time. If we sat here for 4 to 5 minutes just in silence, that's a long time. The seriousness of strangulation is a common precursor to further lethal violence. Yeah. It is not the same as choking, which occurs when the trachea is accidentally blocked. For example, someone can choke on food. Strangulation is a tactic of control and abuse, unlike choking, which is an accidental internal obstruction of the airway. Oh. Okay. It's a powerful method of coercion and control. Yeah, I could see that. I have so much stuff pinned. It's crazy. Okay. Go back over here. So forensic pathologists use the term mechanical asphyxia to describe an external force that prevents the chest or abdomen from expanding enough to breathe. Kepner was discovered on November 7th, the day before the Carnival Horizon returned to Port Miami, in the cabin she shared with her 16-year-old stepbrother. Family members say she was found under the bed, wrapped in a blanket and covered with life jackets. No arrest or public identification of any suspect has been made. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that they haven't. Actually, I'm not. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised because the FBI moves fast. You think that they would kind of get through those videotapes pretty quickly, and if they see him, I don't know. Maybe he's saying it was an accident. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just. I mean, I don't know how 4 to 5 minutes. I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes choking somebody. That's a long time for you not to stop and be like, what am I doing? Even if you're in psychosis, isn't that like, I wonder how long you can be in psychosis, probably days. We're going to see. A few days or weeks or, to many months. Okay. Never mind. Okay. So, much of what has emerged publicly comes not from federal authorities, but from an unrelated family court case involving Kepner's stepmother, Hudson, and her ex-husband, the father of the 16-year-old stepbrother. As part of that dispute, Kepner's father, Christopher Kepner, was recently subpoenaed to testify. And I'll show you that too. Court filings state that the stepbrother appears to be the subject of the FBI's investigation through the agency has not confirmed that, though the agency has not confirmed that. So Chris got subpoenaed to testify. Now, usually if you're willing to testify, they don't need to subpoena you. So I'm wondering if he's like, I ain't going in that courtroom and doing nothing for that freaking kid. He might have killed my daughter. I mean, I would not blame him. I would not blame him. And that's why they are subpoenaed. Maybe that's why they're subpoenaing him. I don't know. But last week, Hudson petitioned the court for a gag order, arguing that continued public reporting and legal filing could cause irreversible harm to the children involved and potentially jeopardize both the investigation and any forthcoming legal proceedings. The FBI has now been investigating the case for more than 2 weeks and has not released additional information beyond its initial confirmation of an active probe. Carnival Cruise Line has also not provided new statements regarding the death abroad the horizon, citing deference to federal investigators. Sorry. So what I'm thinking is they don't really want to talk anywho. Like, they want this to all go away. That Carnival Cruise Horizon, they are like, what can we do to make this whole situation go away? Right? Because they want people to still want to go on their ship. I wonder if there was like a bunch of people that canceled just like canceled their trip. I would be like, I ain't going on that boat. As of Tuesday, no criminal charges have been filed. And the circumstances surrounding how she ended up under the bed and what led to the fatal asphyxiation described by her family remain unclear. Well, not really unclear to us. Yeah, it's bad business. Yeah. Did I say hey to you, Tiff? I don't know if I did when you came in. Hey, there's Ashley Higgins. I knew she'd be in here. Higgins. Yeah, I'm one of those people too. Hey, Sam. I don't really celebrate Christmas too much. Like, no, it's not like I don't know. We're not like too crazy about it. I think we do stuff throughout the whole year. So, okay. So I want to play this video. I can't remember exactly why. Oh, okay.
An autopsy reportedly,
because they're going to talk about the autopsy and stuff. So If you guys don't mind, take a second and hit the like button for your girl. That would help me out a lot. Hey, Char-City. I know I missed someone. Hey, Play Nice. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Play Nice. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Okay, so let's see what they got to say about this. Because a bar hold, I don't know. My brain goes too many places with that.
Revealing the 18-year-old girl found dead on a cruise ship died from asphyxiation from an arm across her neck. It comes as the Daily Mail obtained court records with her stepbrother's initials, TH, saying he is, quote, currently the subject of an active FBI criminal investigation. Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett joins us now. Great to see you this morning, Greg. Thanks for joining us. So obviously there are a lot of complications here, and we've got a couple of things going on here with both the criminal investigation and then you have this other case involving a divorce that looks like the FBI may be looking at the step brother.
Yeah, I think that's true. It really is strange and tragic at the same time. Asphyxiation by strangulation, reportedly the cause of death, bruise marks on the side of the throat. You know, the victim's body was found wrapped in blankets, covered with life jackets, hidden beneath the bed. So obviously, murder is the likely scenario, although I wouldn't rule out an unintentional death and then a panic cover-up. But I think that's less likely.
Come on, sir. What do you mean? We just read. How long does it take? I'm going to read it again, just so I can remember. 4 to 5 minutes. That's a long time.
Family dynamics, Charlie, as you point out, are bizarre. They're alarming. I mean, you need a flowchart to figure out who's who, but the focus does seem to be on Anna's 16-year-old stepbrother, who was allegedly obsessed with her, and they were supposedly seen fighting with one another in the hours before her death. Then he was hospitalized when the ship returned to Miami the next day, which only adds to the deepening mystery, Charlie.
Here is Anna Kepner's grandmother talking about the cause of death on ABC World News tonight.
The FBI contacted my son and family and told us her cause of death. Her cause of death was asphyxiation. She, what do they call it, a bar hold?
Yes.
Where you take the elbow like this. They said when they took her body to the medical examiner's office, it was in perfect condition.
So that doesn't necessarily mean that it was intentional.
Right. It could be intentional, unintentional. That's less likely, as I say. Hopefully the crime scene, Charlie, was preserved by ship authorities, cordoned off so that it could be examined by the FBI for incriminating evidence, particularly important DNA on the body, including under the girl's fingernails. It's possible that law enforcement obtained a court order to examine the stepbrother for defensive wounds on his body.
That's probable. That's probable. Oh, the grandma, that was from her side, and you should have, Diane, you should have heard that interview. I was out of my chair. She pretty much took up for the stepbrother. Was like, he said he didn't mean he didn't know it happened in there, and he didn't mean to if he did do it or something. Like, it was just the craziest interview I've ever, one of the craziest I've heard. Just, I think the craziest was Diane Coach Corey's mom, because she got what she said she was going to do. So, but yeah,
that's always key. And then, of course, surveillance video on board the ship would be valuable.
I mean, okay. So this was they're going to say this was an accident, but the younger brother heard an argument in there. Like, sir, You're giving them a
egress
case.
to and from the room where the body was found. And then the data collection. You know, when you use a key card to gain access to a room, that data is collected. They'll look at that. The sleeping arrangements involving step siblings is incredibly strange. 3 underage kids, different genders, all staying in the same room. The 16-year-old suspect was allowed to drink alcohol. And, you know, there's parental liability here. The stepmother has reportedly invoked her Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. But that does not, under law, protect communications between her and the son. So, you know, the whole thing is a quagmire. The FBI is going to have to sort it out.
Yeah. Well, Greg Jarrett, you always break these things down for us very clearly, and we are grateful to you for it. Thank you.
I'm going to say what they're going to do. Okay. Is this? Dang it. They started another video. We'll go through this. That way, in case you guys, you know, someone doesn't know the timeline, but we'll start down here. This is where the timeline starts. So on November 2nd, 2025, Anna Kepner leaves on the Carnival horizon with her family. Looks like she's, you know, going to have a great time. On November 2nd, Anna boarded the Carnival Horizon for a voyage from Miami to the Caribbean with family. She was accompanied by her father, stepmother, 2 siblings, 2 step-siblings, and grandparents. Anna's grandmother, Barbara Kempner, told ABC News on November 24th that the family booked 3 staterooms on the ship, and 3 teenagers, including Anna, agreed to stay in one together. That's because the parents didn't want to be bothered. They wanted a room together. And the grandparents sure as hell didn't want to probably be rooming with no kids. So they were like, do you guys think you could just room together? That'd be okay. It wasn't apparently okay. Shouldn't have let them room. I don't know. I mean, she's 18, but, you know, but still, I just don't know, like, leaving teenagers to room together. I could just see them getting into so much trouble. Like, not even this, like, you know, just in general, like trouble, you know, like sneaking out of the room, doing the things, you know, doing all the things. I wouldn't have thought it would, you know, amount to murder, but you don't hear, because you don't hear a lot about that on cruise ships. But Anna's grandmother, Barbara Kempner, I read that, sorry, but says, we had a larger room and we made it very clear that at any time, okay. So the grandparents had the larger room than the 3 kids that were rooming together. But we had the larger room and we made it very clear that at any time, if they weren't getting along, they didn't want to be together, we had an extra bed in our room that they could come to. November 6th, Anna Kepner was last seen alive by her family. The night before she was found dead, Barbara told ABC News that the teen complained about dental braces, that her dental braces were bothering her at dinner. She returned to her room for a bit, but later rejoined the family at the casino. She must have felt better because she got dressed up and that's one thing too, that from the little, the younger sibling, right? We heard that he said he went in to change his clothes and then he was going to go take pictures on the balcony. That was like his first story. And he said he didn't see her in the bed, but he thought maybe she had went down to the casino with the you know, the group. I don't know. Maybe he was making up some stories or something to try to help his sibling out. I don't know, because she did go down to the casino, but she was also found dead underneath the bed the next morning. So it was like, you know, when did all this happen? I wonder, like, what time? I need a timeline, like an actual timeline of the night. So then on November 7th, that's when the housekeeper finds her. You know, she's wrapped in a blanket, covered with life preserver jackets. November 17th, Anna Kepner's stepmother makes an emergency filing in an ongoing custody case. We've read all through that. I'm just going to read these kind of bullet points here. November 19th, Anna Kepner's 16-year-old stepbrother is reported as a possible suspect in her death. And they were calling him a subject, and there's a difference between subject and suspect. So, I mean, I wonder which one he is. They haven't officially named a suspect or a person of interest. The motions filed between Chantal and Thomas allege that her 16-year-old stepbrother is potentially a suspect. Man, I can't wait for this next court date. According to Barbara, investigators told the family that security footage showed that the boy was the only person seen going in and out of the room he shared with Anna, and that he was an emotional mess after her death. Well, yeah. He just, I mean, allegedly, if he did, he just killed someone and then tried to hide her body, knowing that the maid's going to come the next morning. And you're 16, you're not 8, you're not like, this ain't like your own personal suite where you could be slipping on the do not disturb so that the maid don't come in, right? And even if that was the case, that the body would start to smell after a while. And you have someone else in the room with you. So I'm sure he was an emotional mess. He couldn't even speak, Barbara recalled. He couldn't believe what had happened. The teen, who has not been named, was hospitalized for psychiatric observation after the ship docked in Miami, according to Anna's grandmother. He has since been released from the hospital and told Barbara that he does not remember what happened. So he couldn't believe what had happened, right? That's what Barbara recalls. But then Barbara, that he does not remember what happened. Which is it? Within like 2 sentences. This lady's a nut. She's nutty. She's nutty. And this is Anna's grandmother. This isn't stepbrother's grandmother. This is like my grandma. Yeah. Over 2 weeks after Anna's body was discovered, the Florida teen's death was officially ruled a homicide, according to a copy of her death certificate given to ABC News by the Kepner family. She died after being mechanically asphyxiated by other persons. Her relatives previously revealed to ABC News that the FBI told them she had possibly died from a bar hold, which is an arm across the neck. She reportedly had 2 bruises on the side of her neck. Multiple outlets, including Fox 35 Orlando, reported that the Miami-Dade medical examiner listed her time of death as 11:17 a.m. on November 7th. So they did release the preliminary toxicology reports, though, and there was no alcohol or, anything in her system. So there's that. Okay. So we'll watch this video and then we will look over the subpoena that her father got, which, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like if you're okay to like go into court, right, and testify or whatever, they don't normally subpoena you. That's my case. That was my case anyway. With my car accident, your girl was like, I don't want to go. So I was just like, I ain't going to do it. And they subpoenaed me. They were like, we're going to make you come. My mom was like, that's a subpoena. That means you got to go. I was like, what? What do you mean? I have to go. Like, sometimes they'll do that. Right, Tiff? Yep. Yep. He was just playing. I mean, yeah, like, what do you mean? He's 16. And he's a small guy, though.
By Life Vest. Now,
that's why I'm wondering if she was asleep again. Well, no, they said they heard yelling. He's the little boy. Well, if the yelling is true, I mean, there was a lot of things that he said that came out to not be true. But we know that before her ex-boyfriend came out and said in an interview that he had, jumped on her before, whatever, and while she was sleeping. So I wonder if this was something like that. Wonder if it was something like that. And she said something like, or he hit on her, or I don't know. Let's just say that. Let's just say something like that. And she was like, I'm going to tell. I'm just over this shit. Because remember, we heard she wouldn't tell anybody. Like she would stay at friends' house, like her friends' homes and stuff. Like she didn't want to like mess up the family. So I'm wondering if like was kind of like what, how did we get from him going into the room at night, like trying to get in bed with her, to him, killing her. Sometimes, if you put like a dot or something like in between, it's because right there where it says the go dot, so it picks up that as a link. I don't know why it does that. It's nothing I can do about it. That was just something like not my Nightbot does. Nightbot be mean. He be calling you out by name too. He will. Nightbot be nice. To play nice. Yeah, because it was the dot in the middle of the two. Like it wasn't like, and then a space. So I don't know if he did. That's a good question, if he had defensive wounds or not. I don't think we know that yet.
She was stuffed under a bed, wrapped in a blanket, and covered by life vests. Now, police say Anna Kepner was murdered while on a cruise with her family. A death certificate provided to ABC actually shows the 18-year-old's death was ruled a homicide by mechanical asphyxia by another person. Her family says the FBI told them it might have been an arm held across Anna's neck. No formal charges have been filed, but a court filing in an unrelated family court matter notes Anna's minor stepbrother could face charges. Anna's grandparents now speaking out to ABC about their independent granddaughter, who is set to graduate high school in May, aspiring to join the Navy.
She had purpose. She wanted to do things. And this little tiny 110-pound girl, she was mighty, very mighty.
We were looking forward to seeing her
job.
grow.
For more, let's bring in our ABC News contributor and former FBI agent Richard Frankel. So what do you make of the fact that a suspect is yet to be charged, despite Anna's death now being ruled a homicide?
Yeah, I'm not surprised that it hasn't happened yet. I do believe that law enforcement is still gathering the relevant information. We just had the death certificate, I believe, came out that ruled it a homicide. And talks about it being mechanical asphyxiation, which is, another term for where basically somebody was either choked to death or compressed on their chest and caused them to die. In this case, there's also some information or intelligence that there were marks on Anna's neck that would indicate that this was in fact a choking of some type. The issue is that there are no witnesses, at least as of now, and really all they have is going to be either forensic evidence. It's either going to be the technical forensic evidence, or it's going to be the physical forensic evidence, such as DNA and other maybe bodily fluids or other types of evidence in that manner. That takes time for both the techs to work on and also for the labs to work on. So we're not going to see anything, I think, until all of this has gone through the system and they've come out with any connections, if at all.
Got it. So Anna's grandparents, who actually sat in on parts of the stepbrother's interview with police, say that he does not remember what happened the night of Anna's killing. How are police likely going to move forward, especially since, he's a minor and this makes things more complicated?
Definitely. Questioning him is always an issue when somebody's a minor. As you said, the grandparents have sat in. I believe what they're going to try to do is get more of that intelligence, more of that evidence information, and then go back at the stepbrother and see if there's anything they can do to basically recall his memory, if anything. If he either refuses to do that, or he continues basically just to say that he does not remember anything, they're going to have to move forward again with whatever forensic evidence they have. They're also going to be looking again at, his phones. They're going to be looking at anything that may have shown that he was had more than just brotherly feelings for Anna, or that there was something else that might have caused him to make a physical attack against Anna. And it's really going to come down to that forensic evidence.
Do you think it's possible there's more than one suspect?
I believe there's probably one, main suspect.
Right, he already answered.
But I do believe that they have other people that they are looking at. And the reason for that is, even though we've heard that other people did not enter into the room, I'm sure law enforcement wants to make that determination themselves. They're going to be going through the card keys, the videos. They're going to make sure there was no other person in that room at any time that led up to the death of Anna. And so they're going to actually have to go back pretty far into that cruise from the last time she was seen until she was actually found underneath the bed.
All right, Richard Frankel, we'll stay on the case. Thank you.
I don't know who that creator is. I've never heard of him. I was looking though. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen or heard anything about that. Is it Queen Sheba? No, that's different. It's not even coming up for me. But yeah, I don't know. That name's not even coming up. It's someone else coming up for me. But I would say that, I don't know, I would say it's not, but I haven't seen it. Like, because I haven't seen anything. I've been looking at stuff all day. I don't know. I mean, but there is cameras outside of the rooms. So, I mean, is it just recent? It's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, that's true. That is crazy. Like, I don't like that. Okay. So, oh, she's been in our chat. Oh, now I feel bad. Queen Sheba. See, I don't remember. When I look her up, nothing comes up, but it could be if it's like a small channel, like even my channel doesn't come up for people. You know what I mean? Like, which it sucks. Because if that's your name, it should come up. But I'll keep looking. Because I definitely would love to see that. I'm not like love to see that, but be like that would solidify it for me. If that kid is bringing, I mean, yeah, you don't even need to probably tell me much more after that. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt though until I see him pulling her back in the room like some Diddy stuff. Anna Kepner's father summoned to testify in court case. And actually, I forgot to read this part to you. So let me read this. I was on the video. I was about to post on the video. So it just says the state of Florida to Chris Kepner. It has his address. You are hereby commanded to appear before the Honorable Michelle Studstill Moore Justice Center. And it gives the address on December 5th at 9 a.m. to testify at the hearing in the above styled cause. If you fail to appear, you may be held in contempt of court. So you are subpoenaed to appear by the following attorney, and unless excused from the subpoena by this attorney or the court, you shall respond to the subpoena as directed. And that was today. So he has to get to his butt to court. Now, he could say things and they may ask him about what happened on that boat. Like, what do you know that happened on that ship? And I mean, they might ask a lot of questions. I would. If I was the judge, I'd ask all the questions. Oh, really? Just your focus? Ooh. No, it was spelled. Oh, I don't know. That's what I was wondering. If it was SHIBA. Does she have like 85,000 subscribers? That's the only one I saw. And welcome in, everybody. Did you find it? You have never heard of Beanies and Weenies? Mary Beth, oh girl. Is he from like the Midwest or something? Yeah, it's hot dogs and baked beans. It's like the best thing since like sliced bread. Actually, I don't think Vincent's ever had Beanies and Weenies. I'm gonna have to have him. I'm gonna have them try it. Oh yeah, I guess that would be her, huh? That has to be her if she has a video of her right here. I don't know. Which video it'd be, but I'll look through these. Hold on a second. Wait. I was looking to see if she had her picture. I thought she sounded or looked familiar, or like I thought maybe she would be familiar, but she's not who I thought it was. Okay. So here it just says Anna Kepner, Florida teen's dad, ordered to appear in court. So we'll just listen to this. Yeah, okay.
Investigation into the death of Anna Kepner, the 18-year-old Titusville teenager who was found dead on board a Carnival cruise ship earlier this month. It's still
I do have to say, this guy's been on it.
a lot of questions about that because the FBI at this point has still been very quiet. No official word about what is going on in that case. And so we are continuing to get some more information from other legal sources, court documents and other cases, that family court case that we have had gotten a number of interesting details about, including that was where we got the first indication that the 16-year-old stepbrother of Anna Kepner was a suspect in this case. Well, today we are now also getting our first look at the death certificate for Anna Kepner, and some new details coming from that as well. Let me see here. Trying to bring in Fox 35's Esther Bauer. I'm not sure if she is able to hear me right now. Esther, are you able to hear me before I kind of pull you up here? She cannot hear me. Okay, so we will have to work on that and check back in just a little bit. But let me go ahead and pull up that death certificate for you. Fox News obtained this. You can find out more about it on foxnews.com. We also have more information on fox35orlando.com. What you're going to see in this death certificate, and obviously the personal information has been redacted, but one thing we have learned from it is that her body has been cremated after her death. What we don't know, though, the public document, which is what this is, does not include how she died. Still no manner of death, still no cause of death, and so there are still a lot of questions surrounding that as the investigation continues. Now I can bring in Fox 35's Esther Bauer, who is joining us live now via Zoom. And Esther, we appreciate you joining us here on Florida Live. As we've discussed, continuing to pour over these court documents that give us just little bits of information at a time, and that's just kind of the way that this has all been going over these past couple of weeks.
Yes, and we might get some more information because newly filed today in this unrelated family court case between Anna's stepmother and the stepmother's ex. Now, in that custody battle, they are wanting Anna's stepfather to testify in that case. So this is not super normal because, again, this stepmother is divorcing from a different ex. It's not necessarily common to bring in a new spouse into this unrelated custody battle. But now when you have a custody battle and then you throw in the wrinkle of someone within that custody battle being possibly charged and accused of murdering another family member, this lawyer for the ex-husband is going to want as many people as they can find that could throw a wrench into the mother being fit to care for the other children. So what we are hearing from people that are tracking this case is that the attorney for the ex is wanting this new husband of the stepmother to become part of this case because he wants to prove the stepmom is not fit to care for the other children if this alleged possible murder took place under her watch with her 16-year-old son. So that is the latest development that we are tracking in this case. Not sure what's going to happen, but the criminal defense lawyer that we spoke with said it is likely we will get more details from what was going on that cruise. Where were the parents? What were they doing? Why were these children staying in this room? Those are questions we think this father is going to be asked. Again, the father we're speaking of is Anna's biological father. So he's going to be asked questions like this. And unfortunately, as we're talking about this unrelated family matter battle, divorces, when it comes to kids, when it comes to visitation, when it comes to family court, these cases are already hard and dirty and not necessarily easy to go through. But then when you throw in, this murder and the FBI and a stepson, it just takes it to a different place. So what this ex is trying to do is trying to paint his ex, the stepmom, in the worst light, using anything that they can from this developing criminal situation, trying to get the other minor children out of her care and to be put into his care. So that's what we're tracking. I know you had that death certificate document. Still no updates from the ME, still no updates from the FBI. But as you started to say, just trickling in, we're getting new details on this case still from that unrelated family court battle. And again, we're tracking the case closely. Still no word on whether or not the judge involved is going to put that gag order, is going to seal the case. If that were to happen, the upcoming court hearing, which is slated for December 5th, that could be totally closed off. Press public ban. As of now, nothing's been filed. So this, where we could see the father have to share his side of the story or answer questions on what happened, is slated for December 5th.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up that gag order that we talked about yesterday, because that is a notable piece here while we wait on that, because this testimony that the father is now being subpoenaed to show up and provide. We don't know how much of it we may get to hear, or what more may come of that. So certainly something that we're watching closely. Well, Fox 35's Esther Bauer, we appreciate your reporting on this, and we appreciate you joining us here on Florida Live this afternoon.
Yes, and we'll continue to follow the updates as we can.
All right.
That went quicker than I thought it was going to. I think it's because we were in the chitty chat. Okay. I think there was one.
Let's talk a little soccer here.
No, we're not talking soccer, sir. I think this is the last video that I had for you guys. And then I'm going to go be nosy and look at that person's page. What? Why are people are I'm like looking at this side. And it's I have to show you. Like when you look on the side here, this one says Central Florida school employees had thoughts of killing 6-year-old student. Well, I guess I'm glad they told him. But that's crazy. Okay, we're gonna leave off with a little short video like we did last night. I think these are the two same people too. Pretty sure they are. Okay. I don't know. Oh, this just talks about how her dad summons to court. So we'll listen to this real quick.
Teenager from Titusville who died while on board a cruise ship is now being called to testify in civil court.
And Fox 35's Esther Bauer combed through the new court filings in the Anna Kepner case. So, Esther, how does all this tie into the FBI's investigation?
Well, John, the FBI has told us nothing about their investigation, but it's through this unrelated family court case that we've learned Anna's stepbrother, a 16-year-old, is being investigated for her murder. Custody cases like this are already messy, but adding an alleged murder to that makes it even more complicated. This new document, just filed in Brevard County, is calling Christopher Kepner to court in the custody battle between his new wife and her ex.
You just send subpoenas to anybody that you want present in the court.
While it's not necessarily common to call new spouses in these...
See how there's right here where you see view? You can view all these. I don't know if I need to pay the 410 or 401 to view those or what, but I cannot. Those are not on mine. I showed you earlier, which is so weird. That's just so weird to me.
These cases, this custody battle is anything but normal.
So that takes what's just an ordinary, everyday custody issue. She's bad, he's bad, to wow, we got a murder now. So, you know, it adds a lot of, like you said, it adds layers to it.
Criminal defense attorney Jeff Golub is not involved in this case. He says if Anna's father is forced to testify, we could learn more about what happened on the ship where his daughter died.
Where was the mother when it happened? Assuming he knows exactly when it happened. Where were you? You know, maybe questions like that.
Golub believes the stepmom's ex is using Anna's death to help him get custody of his other children.
What the father's trying to do. The father's trying to say that she's not a fit mother, that she's not doing what she's supposed to.
So far, only the 16-year-old stepson has been named a suspect in Anna's murder. There is no evidence anyone else is being investigated by the FBI. Anna's death certificate does not list how she died, but other court documents show the FBI is investigating her death as a murder.
Here's the interesting thing. They were going in for a custody hearing anyway, and now all of a sudden we got a murder.
And the family court hearing where Anna's dad will have to appear is set for December 5th. The stepmom is asking a judge right now to seal the case. This means no public, no press, no one would be able to attend that hearing. Still no word on if the judge will grant that. Reporting live in Melbourne, Esther Bauer, Fox 35 News.
Okay. I'm going to probably say it's a fake video, like an AI generated video or something. I don't know. Because I would say someone else would have it by now, like a news agency or someone. I thought it was just a regular video. That's why I was asking you guys if they deleted it, like, because I was on the video section. I wasn't on the live. But it would be in their videos if it was a premiere, unless it was an actual live stream. Would it only go under live? If it was a premiere, it would go under videos. So is it the last video that she did? The after her death ruled a homicide, her grandparents speak from a day ago? Is it that one? $157.01. Okay. I think that he was married 3 times altogether, counting the new one. You saw it on Gray's? So let me see. I'm trying to see like her latest video, but her latest video, I must be looking at the wrong person. Oh, wait, unless it's this. Okay, so 157. Wait, why am I on this one? This isn't even the right. Okay, so I must be losing it. Oh, okay, now I see it 4 days ago. I was looking yesterday. I don't know what I was. Okay, so now we'll go to one. I just want to see what it looks like. Oh, wait, I'm not even there. And I see it. Okay, let me go back. So that's like that's not even like a second clip. Yeah, I saw that. So that's not even like I mean, it does. Now I will say it does look like a cruise ship, definitely a hotel of some sort, you know, like the floors you could tell. I don't know. So you guys said that Gray had this on his channel too? I'm just curious where like this is coming from. You know what I mean? Like, because normally we'll hear something somewhere, right? About something. His was probably 4 days ago too, I'm assuming, because it says, well, shocking Anna Kepner strangled. I don't know if it's on this one or not. I guess I could look. That's crazy. If this is, yeah. I don't see it on there. Not on that one anyway. I only see 2 videos of it. Thank you, A. Lauren. So was it? That's yeah, no, that's what we're referring to. So it is AI. That was, I mean, I wasn't gonna. That's why I don't know. I wasn't gonna show it because it just looks too. I don't know if it looks odd. I wish there was more to it. Like that, it's just she's flashing on that card so fast, like you can't even tell what's even really going on in the video, other than there's a girl running and there's someone running behind her. But I mean, I couldn't tell you who that was, right? Like, I mean, I wish I could see that. I don't know. It's going too fast. Like, it could be real. It could be like somebody could be chasing somebody down a hallway in a hotel. That could be a hotel somewhere. That could be a domestic violence dispute, like from another, not to do with this case. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I don't know, but I just know that there are a lot of AI generated stuff that goes around these, goes around nowadays. So I'm just not going to put it out there until I feel more comfortable. But thank you guys for telling me where it's at. But it's just too fast for me to even be able to see like the height of the people or like, yeah, it's just, it's very, very weird. Let's see if we can find like, because I didn't see it on Gray Hughes anywhere. No. And don't you think like, okay, if this was real, don't we think like Brian Enton would have that like on his like his regular old channel, like what I mean, his like YouTube channel, or like Vinnie Politan, someone, I don't know, TMZ. Maybe it's been 4 days, so I don't know. That's just, to me, that's, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I thought she was the one. Yeah, I don't know if she was actually found that way. Hold on. There's so many stuff. There's so much stuff coming out on this case. See, it just says wrapped in blankets with the life vest. So, seeing if there's anything else. So they're saying a security source told investigators she was found naked under a bed. So that's a security source. I don't know if security on the ship. I don't know. But but he wasn't. No, 20,000 people have seen that. Her video. So no, definitely people have seen it. People have definitely seen it. I just wonder, I mean, someone even in the chat said that there was an AI video going around. I guess FBI has said something about it. I wonder if we could put press release. I don't know. I'll look into it though. I'll do that tomorrow. So I'm going to jump off of here and yeah, see what's going on. Let's see if there's anyone else that has it. But I think that's all I got for you for tonight. Played a lot of videos. I did. I didn't get a chance to watch the video. I just saw the one that you sent me about asking me to watch a video. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate it so much. I'll be back on tomorrow. I may do a day live instead of an evening live. So just be on the lookout just in case I do. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Have a good evening. We are going to decorate for Christmas. This place needs decorated for Christmas. I washed this rug. I washed the chair. I got everything ready. I dusted. I got it all ready just to take everything off and put some Christmas stuff up. But I want you guys to help me. So we'll do that either tomorrow or maybe not tomorrow. Well, maybe we'll have to do that at night because Vincent's in here during the day. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow night or something. But we'll figure it out. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. So thank you guys again for being here. I will see you guys all in the next live. Bye, guys.
Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping up.